Months of debate have left the neighborhood and the developer at odds.
It's a high-stakes issue which could have a big impact on historic districts or the historic hotel itself. News 3's Jessica Arp explains who has the most on the line. Jess.
Well, for months we've been talking plans, imagining what the Edgewater Hotel could look like. Tonight we take you inside the hotel for a look at what this decision could mean for its history and historic neighborhoods in the city.
Right next to Dr. Ruth and Robin Williams.
Walter Cronkite, Gandhi, and Johnny Cash walk into a hotel. Sounds like the opening to a joke, but really it's only part of a list of the Edgewater's most famous guests.
Kastenmeier, Al Franken, Senator Al Franken now.
The hotel general manager argues the building still has the mojo it had when it opened in 1948. It just needs an update.
That's been the toughest thing for our family, this whole process, is the constant, people saying, it needs work, it needs work. And, tonight I'm going to say, you keep telling me it needs work, we're going to give you a new one here.
On the eve of a major city decision that could raise an entire floor off the current building as part of its new design.
And this space right here is where the grand staircase will go from Wisconsin Avenue, and it'll bring you down in different, levels to the pier here.
Second-generation manager Scott Faulkner is imagining taking his father's hotel into the next century.
But we feel it's the best for the hotel and the neighborhood and the city, too. We've, been real good citizens here in the city of Madison. We've quietly run this hotel for the last 60 years, and we're just asking for an opportunity to continue for another 60 and make it nicer.
But the Capital Neighborhoods Association says too much is at stake for the current design to be that future.
Aside from the immediate impact of a building that is just grossly out of scale with the rest of the neighborhood, it really going forward is a abdication of the city's responsibility towards historic districts in the city of Madison.
And for a hotel with a long history, maybe an epic battle for redevelopment is an apt punchline.
Whatever happens tonight, we certainly give it our all.
My dad would just love this, and he loved the project too.
Now, what will happen if the Edgewater plan doesn't get approved? The general manager said he'd still continue to manage it, but developer Bob Dunn would decide its future. If it does get approved, the neighborhood says it will regroup and decide if there's any further action they can take.
We shall see. Jessica Arp reporting tonight. Jess, thanks.
Also making a big push for the Edgewater are those who have jobs at stake. Building and construction trade groups have been running advertisements supporting the development, saying it would provide hundreds of jobs for an industry that's had a hard time finding work recently.
With all the changes and all the input and pressure that's been put on getting this project approved, if this one goes down, we're a little bit fearful that other projects and developers won't even be proposed in the city.
I don't know if they're looking at the whole picture, or they're just looking at the money issue, or they're just looking at the zoning issue, what it may be, but I don't think they see the real benefit of getting people employed.
The trade groups say they understand the controversial nature of the project, but note the Monona Terrace overcame some of the same obstacles to become reality. And tonight at 9, we're tracking the Edgewater debate in our 9 p.m. text poll. Do you think the expansion will be approved? Text yes or no to 87301. We'll have the results for you tonight on News 3 at 9.